Trails End Supply sent me this kit to mash in with. It's a orange corn kit that they offer, and we're going to mash it in today. Follow along. The kit from Trails End comes with a list of directions to put this mash together, and they're pretty close to what I would normally do. I'm going to go ahead and do it how I normally would, but it just goes to show you how far they'll go to make sure that you're good with making this mash. And I'm sure you can message him anytime and ask him any questions. He's always been super helpful to me. So we're going to start by water. I'm going to bring this to a boil and then shut it off and dump it on top of my corn. With our water, I want to bring it to a boil. I do that because whenever I transfer it over to the cooler that I'm mashing in, I want that temperature to stay at least above 160 for at least an hour and a half. I'm going to go ahead and let it go 2 hours, but at least an hour and a half to get all those starches out of that grain. That's what I'm trying to do, is get all those starches out of that grain. Our water's boiling. Now we're going to pour it on top of our corn. After we pour our boiling water in, we're just going to stir it up. Now we're going to close the lid, stir it every 15 minutes for an hour and a half to 2 hours, making sure the water stays above 160 degrees. All right, so we're an hour in. You can see how it's a mush at an hour in. We've had this in for 2 hours. We need to be at 150 to put our amylase and malted barley in. So I'm going to dump a gallon of cold water in. So we've got our temperature at 150. We're going to add in the Cherrywood smoked malt and the amylase. We're going to stir it in and close the lid. So I let the Trails End Supply mash that I'm doing now set overnight with the corn and the malt and the amylase. My mash is draining out into my fermenter. What I'm going to do, I've already added one. I'm adding a second gallon of water to the back side of this corn. The fermenter is filled up and we're setting at 1085. I'm going to put in my yeast nutrient first, get all that in. Get it stirred in. Now we're going to pitch our yeast. Stir that in. Then cap it off and put your airlock on. I want to thank trailsendsupply.com for giving me the kits to run. I'll also keep you guys updated on the progress and as the fermentation goes along. Hope this video helps. Shine on.